This is T Spilling TV. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Today we are talking about a tragedy. Okay, two twin girls have lost their lives in a swimming pool. Their mama was on a vacation. They had uh they had one of them Airbnb houses where you pay to live in there for like a week or two or something like that. And they was on vacation in one Airbnb. And and they went to the store to pick up some things, you guys, and left a 15-year-old with the kids, with their 15-year-old. And the 15-year-old, I guess, went out and seeing what they was doing or whatever the case might be, or was looking for them in the house or something and found them in the pool. And they called 911. That was the best thing to do. Call 911 instead of the parents. And they was found unconscious in the pool. And they was pronounced that they passed away. And they were twin girls. I really hate this happen, you guys. I really, really hate this happen to these babies. They was babies. Oh my goodness. I feel like they should have had took them two twin girls with them. Because a 15-year-old, let's be honest, let's be real. A 15-year-old still is a child itself. A child watching a child is not cut out to what it be. It's probably that 15-year-old probably was playing a game or probably something else was probably entertaining him or her. I don't know whether there was a girl was watching them or a boy was watching them. I don't know. But they could have been watching TV and then got distracted. You just never know. And you can't even get mad at the 15-year-old because they had a chance of taking their kids with them to the store. Just going to the store, pick up a little items, and come back. Could have left the 15-year-old there at the house and took them two babies with you. And this probably would have never happened. This probably would have never happened. We gotta take responsibilities on what we do as well, not just try to put it all on one person, the person that you left the kid with, because there was no grown person. And that should be a charge itself. You leaving a child with a child. You leaving a child with a child. I'm just being real. You don't do that. I know people do it all the time. People do it all the time. But that is not how you supposed to do things. Cause anything can happen. You ain't scared. You ain't scared that something could happen. And then you know that you got a pool back of the that house, that Airbnb house. Come on now. Come on now. I know y'all come from a long vacation and y'all just having a great time. Now you finna have to leave without your two girls, 5 years old, all because of one mistake. One mistake can cost you your kid's life. One mistake can cost you your life. And I really, really hate this happen to to this family. And all we can do is pray for those babies, you guys. Put them in our prayers and pray for the mama and the daddy and the whole family that's to them little babies, girls. Oh, I hate this happening. I hate this happening. All we can do is pray for them, you guys. All we can do is pray for their baby, because that baby them babies going to heaven. They is going to heaven. But they could have been here with their parents if their parents would have made the right move. That's all I'm saying. If they would have took them babies with them, you guys, this would have never happened. This would have never happened, I believe. And it could have happened if a grown up ain't watching the kids, you know what I'm saying? They going if the parents got they focus on something else and then the kids outside end up going outside together or whatever the case might be, it still can happen either way. Just like that 15-year-old. It could have been watching them, but it probably had its eye off of it just a little too long. Him or she probably didn't have their eye on them. I mean, probably didn't have their eye on them for a little too long, and then that's how it can happen. I'm talking about kids can get out of sight just like this, like a blink of an eye. I'm talking about can do something so quick, get into sockets, get into pools. That's why when you have kids and when you going to when you have a pool in back of your house, or if y'all at a hotel or if y'all in an Airbnb, it needs to be a cover thing over them pools. You need to make sure if it ain't no cover over no pool, I don't need to have no pool in no Airbnb or in my house or whatever the case might be because I know I got young little babies, young little kids. And I know they curious. You know, kids when they 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, they be curious about every little thing. You know, they're just doing things. They're not thinking that they finna, finna drown and pass away. They're not thinking of they're just thinking that they just playing in some water. But when you are a parent, you gotta make sure you have to make sure that it's a cover on that pool. When y'all get through getting out of the pool and all of that, making sure have that pool cover somewhere closer where you can just put that on top of that pool, however y'all do it, and so your babies will be safe. If they do go out there, they won't get drowned. Okay? But you gotta be on the watch. You gotta be on the watch. You gotta be on your P's and Q's. When you have kids, that is what parenting is. You got to be on your P's and Q's because kids are busy. Okay, and we gotta be busy with them. Um, but you guys, we're gonna get to this news clip really quick, and it's just really tragic, you guys. Really tragic. I really hate this happen to these babies.
Breaking updates in Osceola County. We just learned two young girls found unconscious in a pool have died.
This happened on Ruby Red Lane in Kissimmee, just off of Point Siena Boulevard. West 2's Luana Munoz is live near that gated community. Luana, this is just awful. It's tragic.
Oh, a horrible story. Now, I want to be clear. Initially, deputies had told us that those young children were small boys, but now we are learning that they are, in fact, twin sisters, 5-year-old little girls that drowned. Their families were visiting from the Atlanta, Georgia area. And as deputies describe it, it is a horrifying tragedy.
The lady screaming, "Oh no, they can't, they're not breathing, not breathing." Whoever it was probably the mother. She was really upset, and I feel sorry for her. My heart breaks with something like that. I would know what would happen if it was one of mine.
Gerald DuPont lives next door to this home on Ruby Red Lane in Kissimmee. Deputies say the girls' parents brought them from Georgia to this vacation rental, arriving early Friday. The families went for a swim, then went to bed. Later that morning, the adults left.
The adults in this house traveled to the grocery store to purchase items for their trip here.
A 15-year-old watching the girls found them in the pool and called 911. Responders performed CPR. This video obtained by West 2 shows them being airlifted to Arnold Palmer Hospital. DuPont says the homeowners take pool safety seriously.
And the first thing he tells them, because I know he's very strict at that, make sure that all the safety features, especially if you have children. And there's always children next door.
This is horrific. This is a tragedy at its worst. These people came on vacation, and unfortunately they're leaving without two of their members.
And the girl's death right now is being investigated by deputies as a drowning. Deputies want to remind the public right now that this is that time of year when people come to stay in these vacation rentals. It's also when a lot of kids like to go in the water. So please practice pool safety, especially when there are small children around. Covering Osceola County Live.
That's the end of that news clip, you guys. You gotta have this safety talk. You gotta not just having that safety talk, but safety talk with yourself because you're the parent. You have this safety talk with yourself and your kids, but basically with yourself because you gotta be on the watch because you the parent and they the kids, whether they 14, 13, 12, 10, um, on down, 9 years old, 7 years old. You cannot trust that. You could not trust that, you guys. And if somebody's saying, "Oh, Can your kid go to the pool, a pool party or a kid pool party or whatever? You know what I'm gonna tell what I'm gonna tell that person? No, or that child, I'm gonna say, no, my kids can't go to that. My kids can't go to that, okay? Um, if I'm not able to go and making sure everything is all good and okay, then they can't go. And I don't trust it no way. If I haven't took my kids to swimming lessons and swimming classes and stuff like that, my kids ain't jumping in nobody pool. Ain't going to no pool where no pool is around it. Cause I probably wouldn't have a pool at my house. Cause I'd be scared. I'd be too scared that my kid gonna be trying to go up in there while I'm asleep or something, or end up getting up while I'm asleep or something, and go and get in the pool. And then, especially when you're in an Airbnb, the water stays in there. They ain't getting the water up out of there. So, you can't take the water out, I don't believe. I don't know how that works. But only pool I would have for my kids is a little bitty small, little bitty pool. Y'all don't know little bitty little pool the kids be having like one and two and three. One of those type of pools. When they get a little bigger, ain't no big pool coming in around this house. Okay. Unless But just feel like a pool really just is a danger zone for kids. It's good for kids to learn how to swim, but then it's also dangerous when you're not watching them and making sure and things in that nature. That's where your danger is at. Because you got to be on the watch as a parent or as a grown up, whoever there, you know. Um, on that note, you guys, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this, what y'all think about this. And I'll see y'all on the next video, you guys.